And yet, employment, because
students are suffering a massive debt. Yet every group of people in society are really struggling. And I think people have finally woken up to the fact, and they realise that Jeremy and John McDonnell have policies that will deal with these issues.
What about the fact that employment is at its highest? Unemployment, as you know, is extremely low. There aren't dole queues out there that young people can look at and think, well, gosh, thank God that's not me. Isn't that something to be celebrated?
How many working poor do we have?
You tell me.
How many living in poverty? 7 million. How many food parcels were given out through charities last year? Do you know?
No.
1 million or more. 500,000 children didn't eat unless they got food parcels from a charity handout. Are you happy with that?
Well, and
no?
people aren't happy with that, but do you think you should also be celebrating record employment?
Well, what kind of employment? A lot of jobs are massively insecure. The gig economy, as they call it, means workers are labour is turned on and off like a tap. So people will be rung in the middle of the night, get in for 6 o'clock for a shift. If they don't go, they don't get paid. If they don't go, they won't get work in the future. You know, this is a society built on insecurity, exploitation, and being ripped off by one of the harshest governments this country has seen.
Well, you talked about the conscious cruelty. There'll be many people who will say, well, are you implying that Conservatives and people who support a Conservative government are consciously cruel?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
you know the minds of all those people that vote for the government?
I know what they've done. I know what the government has done. I'm not saying the people who vote for them, maybe they don't know. Maybe they read the Daily Mail by mistake. But the government knows that the people are forced to food banks. When the government imposes sanctions on people who have no other money, and what are they going to do? How are they going to eat? They know they're going to go to food banks. And you have Squire Mogg saying how uplifted he is by people having to go to charity food banks.
Right.
I mean,
but you are coming...
Sorry, if I can just finish this. They know they are imposing hunger on people who are vulnerable. If that's not conscious cruelty, then you tell me another word for it.
Right.